Riverside.
Good morning, Mr. White.
Good morning, Mrs. Angel. How are you today?
I'm glorious, absolutely
You're
glorious.
You are glorious.
Thank you very much. We have Mr. Wesley Smith back in the studio with us.
Yes.
Welcome, Wesley. How are you?
Thank you, Shaz. Thank you, Will. Good to be back.
He is
good.
Very privileged to be
records.
back. Yes,
Indeed.
yes.
Tell us the record that you've broken tonight, Wesley.
Well, I'm the first return guest, allegedly, from what I've
Give
heard.
me give me 3 reasons why you'd be our first return guest.
Obviously, must have had some people pull out. I'm assuming at some stage they must have bailed at the last minute, and
That's one.
working your way down the list. And there you go. There's Wes down the bottom, and got the call up.
Wonderful. Well, it's wonderful to have you here.
It's good
That's
to be
not why
here.
we had you back, but I'm glad that glad that you know that we think so highly of you.
Yes.
How's everybody's week been?
Mine's
good
been
week.
good.
Not a
It's
problem.
been reports and exams and all that sort of stuff going on at the moment. In Melbourne, it's pretty cold. It's pretty chilly. We've had a good run of weather, but now it's a bit cold. And look, it's only a couple of weeks now till holidays. Feeling good about that.
Mhm.
How about you, Wes? How's your week been?
Yep. No, I think things are pretty good at the moment. Got the seniors that are starting some new units at the moment. It's funny when you got juniors and seniors. You got the seniors who are starting new units at the back end of term 2, but it's assessment time for the juniors. So whilst there's just finished the marking of the senior assessments, I'm just going through the drafts with the juniors at the moment. So it's, but it's all good. I don't mind. I don't mind it having it separated like that instead of all having all the final copies coming in at the same time. It's spread out nicely when
Definitely.
you've got a couple of senior classes.
Yeah,
Which
that's
I'm not
very
used
true.
to. I've always generally had junior classes throughout my career, but got a couple of senior classes up here.
It's a good little mix, absolutely, and that's a very good point with the assessment all staggered. Things are going well in MSA land. We are growing, expanding again next term. So we've had lots of info sessions, getting to meet lots of new families, hearing their stories, lots of tear jerkers, and it's real privilege to get to know their stories. We skipped a week last week because I was in a bit of the wars with a bit of a medical issue, which is
what's going on?
It's coming somewhat good. I've got the right medication now as I'm sipping a wine. It's podcast night, people. It's only fair. But yeah, we'll get some more answers in the next couple of weeks around exactly what's going on there. But I've kind of lost a bit of feeling in my left arm, so I'm a little bit not as mobile as I would like to be at the moment. But we're getting on top of it, and I've got an awesome team back at the ranch who are filling in when I need to be out at medical appointments and stuff. So good to have a great team around you.
Yes,
Can I get a hell yeah?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I thought you had a little button.
Yeah, so did I.
The hell yeah. Do you want me to say
I thought
the
there
hell
was
yeah?
a sting for that.
Yeah, I don't have a hell yeah sting. You were the sting.
Sorry. Sorry. Hell yeah. Very good. Yes. That's good being in the team. Well done, Shaz.
Lovely to have Wes back for his second and last visit. Yeah. All right. Let's go. Let's kick off with Mr. Wesley Smith. You told us you've got the best teaching tale that's ever been told. That's right, correct?
There's a couple. Okay, actually. I've got a couple for today. This has nothing to do with education, this first one. Should I start with the non-educational one?
Start with it. Wait for it. I'm going to play the sting and then hit us with it.
Teaching tales. Dun, dun, dun.
Go for it.
First of all, I did a couple of things. I thought the budget might have gone up a little bit, actually, over the last couple of weeks. But obviously, I'll assume the Sunny Honey sponsorship has gone out the door, has it? I'm just trying to remember back to... Did Sunny Honey rip up that contract?
Well, I heard
the end of that story, and I thought, well, that sponsorship's over. That plug could not have possibly gone worse.
They had one look on my face, and they went, "That she cannot be the cover of our product." So it was fleeting, but gee, it was fun while it lasted.
Poor Sunny Honey. Poor son.
Thank you, Wes.
And
It's a
you
great
tried to
product.
backpedal at the last second. Oh, what a wonderful product, but it's too late now. The damage is done.
Great product. If you just use
Yep.
one application, all right? Just trust
follow
the
the
product.
instructions.
Follow the instructions.
Very important.
Step 1, read the instructions. Step 2, follow the instructions.
That's
Thanks,
a
Wes.
good point.
And thanks to our good friends at Sunny Honey as well.
Oh.
Thanks, Wes.
Very, very patient sponsors. My teaching
tale.
The teaching tale, yeah. So not a problem. The teaching tale actually has nothing to do with education, but it's a bit of a feel-good story for the first half of because we actually recently in the Smith household adopted a greyhound. So we went up to Townsville and we adopted a greyhound. And we have her on a bit of a month trial. And her name's Cassie. And she's lovely and we love her. And she's nice and placid and greyhounds are nice and placid. But there's a few teething errors. Issues here at the Smith household because what I found out this afternoon was food storage was a bit of an issue. And I've come home pretty hungry from work. And I've gone into the container, the fridge, opened this container because I was in a bit of a rush. I opened up this container. I went, oh, that looks right. Eat that. Tasted it. I went, oh my God, what is that? What is that? I looked at the kids. I'm like, is that dog food in a container here? And it turns out the kid go, yeah, that's Cassie's food in the container. Oh my God, I ate a spoonful of dog food. So lesson learned, 2 things. If you're going to put dog food in the fridge, maybe label it or just don't. Or maybe give it a sniff beforehand as well.
Tuna tartare, is that what you were thinking it was?
Horse casserole with a bit of carrot in it. It was, yeah. It was.
Tuna
I'd steer clear of the fish ones. You just can't get that taste out of your mouth, unfortunately. I don't know if you've eaten dog food before, but yeah, it's.
I'm trying to give it up personally. I'm trying.
Well, the cost of living crisis, whatever it takes.
Exactly. Tough times up in Bowen.
It was oh God. I've never eaten so many fishermen's friends.
Take that nasty taste out. Oh God. They're horrible in themselves.
Anyway. Yeah, so teaching tale. It might not be a teaching tale, but there was certainly a lesson learned.
Well done.
Oh my goodness, you must have been very hungry. Very hungry, just jumping in.
I was like,
goodness me.
Long story, but it just looked like casserole, and I thought, I don't remember this getting cooked. Well, that's because it didn't.
It was raw horse.
It was.
Jeez.
It was quite unpleasant.
I feel like I can taste it right now, Wes. Thank you. You told that story beautifully.
It was not nice. Not nice.
All right.
Anyway.
Mr. White, you're going to take us on a wisecrack journey, please. It's been 2 weeks.
I've got some more teaching tales too, if you like, but we can go through the Whitey's wisecrack first, if you like.
All right, I'm coming back for some teaching tales then. All right, Whitey, you ready?
Yep.
Whitey's Weekly Wisecracks. What do you got, Mr. White?
Well, there are 2 girls in my class, and they're very, very they're little girls. They're very short, very little for their age, and they're in trouble all the time. And I keep telling them, sit down, sit down, sit down, and it's just beyond a joke. They just keep walking around the classroom, and eventually I had to have a go at them. Do the disciplinary thing, and they just said, "Oh, you're just picking at us. You're picking on us, Mr. White, because we're short." And I said, "I don't have a problem with short people. They just weren't raised properly."
I like it.
I
like
That's
it.
pretty good.
I can tell.
Yeah.
I can tell by. Oh, that gets some laughs.
That was good. Yeah, well done. Well done.
You should take a week off each time, and then I reckon I'll enjoy them a little bit more.
There you go. Maybe that's the heart grows. Absence makes the heart grow fonder.
Heart grow fonder. I like it. I like it.
Yeah.
All right, I'm coming back to you. Wes, are you going to give us another teaching tale?
Teaching tale, yeah. This was about... sorry, I interrupted there. This was about 5 years ago, I reckon, and my hod at the time trusted me with a Year 8 English extension class. So straight away, I wasn't the smartest person in the room. And there were some real clever kids in this class. I'll tell you what was funny about that, actually. It was the start of 2020, and we first day back, end of January. I forgot about this. And the kid goes, and I get everyone up to introduce themselves. And what did you do over the holiday? And everyone's, pretty confident. This young boy is real confident. I just got started 2020. Remember, I just got back from Wuhan. I've got coronavirus. Oh, we all had a good old laugh about it. 2 months later, we're in lockdown. Yeah, we at the time we didn't. At the time, it was an innocent little joke, but
it did escalate.
2 months later, it did, really did.
He was right.
We had a good old chuckle at the time. Yeah, little do we know.
Coronavirus. I love to drink those things. Oh, good one.
Yeah.
No.
But that class, I remember it was probably, I reckon, term 2. It was a Friday afternoon. I think I had them a Friday period 4. Well, that's what I'm going to say anyway. And it got to the end of the lesson. I thought, you know what? Friday period 4, they worked hard. I'll print off some word. I'll make some word searches for the word, our curriculum literacy, and I'll distribute those for the last 20 minutes, and they can chill out for the last 20 minutes. Bit of fun. Typed in the words into the website, printed them off, didn't check them, distributed all the word searches around the class, and after about 10 minutes, I could hear this chuckling. And I'm looking at them going, it's a word search. It's not that funny. I mean, it's not that interesting. And I'm like, oh. John, what's everyone laughing at? Nothing, sir, nothing. Give me a look at the word searches. Looked at the word search. Top row, right in the middle, 4-letter word. As plain as anything. Started with C, I might add. Right in the... And I'm like, oh my God! Oh my God! All right. I'll click the word searches back. So I've handed out 22 word searches. Quickly got them all, counted through them. 18 word searches there, and I'm looking up, and there's 22 kids looking at me with big smiles on their face. I'm like, oh, there's 4 searches there. So like, I just could not get those last 4. Could not get them. I could not believe it.
To get the last 4 word searches.
I could not believe it. Oh, the heart dropped when I saw it. I'm like, oh my God, look at this. It could not get it any more obvious. Right in the middle.
You can't
diagonal backwards.
No,
not even going straight into it. The person who's made this algorithm is going, so I'm going to stitch some teacher up here. Watch this. Watch this.
How dare he waste 10 minutes of these kids' time? I'll show him if he wants to.
Yeah. Oh my God. I was like, oh my God.
What sort of terminology were you teaching?
Oh, well, not that one. It certainly wasn't anatomy.
North Queensland slang, obviously.
Unbelievable.
Oh, wow. I could see that one coming, but I didn't think it would start with C.
No, it did.
I thought it might start with D or an F, maybe.
No, it didn't cut me any slack. The person that stitched me up. Let's go for the worst one.
That's good. That's good.
It's very, very good.
So
my goodness.
It's a trap for new players and seasoned teachers, that one. There's nothing you can do
yes, it
really
is.
to get around that.
Check your word searches.
Oh,
You're listening, kids? Early career teachers, that's our big listenership. Yeah. Check your word searches, all right? Check them well. Oh, that's good. Well done, Wesley. You might yet get another invite back if you keep making stuff up like that.
I'll just keep making word searches, hope for the best.
It's gold. All right. We are going to do a little spiral up. So we wanted to talk about, obviously it's end of term here in Southern Hemisphere. Northern Hemisphere, they're just finished, or they're a couple of days from finishing if they're not exactly finished. So they're hanging by a thread.
Times up there.
I know they're letting off the crackers very soon. But here we are deep in the trenches here in the Southern Hemisphere. So 2 to 3 weeks to go. And all of the reporting, all of the pressures are all hitting the teachers right now. So staff room culture, if there's ever going to be a little bit of negativity, now will be the time. So let's have a think about something that you have done to brighten somebody's day or to amuse someone else in your school. Right? So something you've done along the way, might be for a student or for another staff member or just for yourself, just to keep yourself amused even along the way, just to keep the energy high.
Yes.
Spirits up. Yes. Who wants to start first?
I'm happy to. This isn't something I have done, but it's something I have seen done. So I used to share an office with 2 wonderful people, Emily and Chrissy. And Chrissy loves tea, and Emily loves tea. I don't mind tea. I'm more a coffee guy. But they would bring in tea into the office. And it started off as a tea corner, right? And I didn't realize how many kinds of tea there are. Very soon it became a tea wall. And it wasn't just one deep of tea. Like it was three-dimensional tea. You could reach in. Well, it was like a skill tester sort of thing. You had to drop on the right one. There was that much tea there. It was unbelievable. Then they started doing with there's all these little things that you can get. Tea infusers, is that what they're called?
Yeah, different way you can
make the tea. Diffuse, infuse, cold fusion, or some stuff. Unbelievable. And it just grew and grew and grew and grew, and it was huge. And I could tell that they were just, I think they were just doing it to show it off to each other. But they loved it. They got right into it. And obviously I enjoyed it as well. It did take up a lot of the space in the office, but that's okay. They were getting enjoyment out of it. And it was fun. I learned a lot about tea. I learned a lot. I thought that T2 was pretty much as la-di-da as tea gets, but no. There's a whole world. And bubble tea. I'd never had bubble tea. In fact, I had my first bubble tea at, where was I? Oh, at Bali Airport a few months ago. First time I ever had bubble tea.
What'd you think?
I liked it.
Did you?
I'm not keen.
I've never had
I'm not
one.
going to go back.
Oh, yeah, when I had it, I thought that maybe I'm on the spectrum because the textural, did not. No, no. In fact, I'd nearly choose Wes's little afternoon snack of choice over a bubble tea.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, I said nearly. I'm not committing to it, but didn't like.
You clearly haven't tasted it then.
I haven't eaten horse. You're exactly right.
I don't reckon the texture of that would be very good either.
It was rather unpleasant.
No.
So, I think Cassie likes it.
Oh yeah.
Awesome. Tea. So much. There is so much tea. I thought I literally grew up with tea bag. There's one sort of tea in the tea bag, and that's it. No. There's so many different places you can go. They've opened my eyes up to the world of tea, and while I'm not an aficionado, or I'm not going to jump in and live in that world, I'm happy that it exists because a lot of people derive a lot of pleasure from it.
Happy to sip your coffee whilst you're watching them have their tea experience.
Right. That's right.
Love it. Wesley, what have you got?
Well, I don't know. Maybe it's something every staff room does. We buy each other lunch every Friday. We have our Friday afternoon, Friday morning teas, and not tea, morning tea. We buy each other lunch. So it's a roster we create. It's just one thing that we do. We get together on a Friday in our staff room. There's about 8 to 10 of us in there. We put on a nice spread if it's your turn on the roster, and it's just a moment. Well, if you would call ham and cheese toasties showing off, yes, I'm showing off quite often, actually.
Oh, look at you flexing, a bit of a flex there, Mr. Smith. I mean, no need to show off with your ham and cheese toasties.
There's certainly some better than me, that's for sure, believe it or not.
Yeah.
Do you get groans of disapproval when, it's Wes's week this week?
Smith again,
ham and cheese toasties again, yeah. Yeah, it's possible. Or they just wait till I go and play Grand Duty or something like that and have this garbage again. Yeah, nice.
I wanted to go something like that. What's the best that you've had?
Best morning tea?
The best morning tea that's been provided. Like what's the best?
I know hands down.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, you know.
I know. And I'm not gonna have anybody disagreeing with me.
Oh, here we go.
If you walk in with a cob loaf with cheese,
we had one of those actually 2 weeks ago.
Well, then they're the winner because there is nothing tastier, better, more wholesome to show that you love the people. Like if you walk in with a crusty bread, gooey cheese, oh my gosh.
Is that so? Is that the one where you get a cob loaf, you cut the top out, you pull out all the filling and you put ham and salami and stuff inside?
Yeah, well, cheese. You put a whole lot of cheese. Melted cheese and
a bogan
whack it in the oven. It is bogan fondue.
Oh. There we go. I can see it now. Thanks, Wes. Yeah, gotcha.
The language he understands. Yes.
Oh yeah, okay. I can see that. That's pretty good.
No,
That's
don't
good
argue with
stuff.
me. What's better than that? What's better than a cob loaf? What's more loving and tender for the soul than somebody walking in with a crusty bread and
Party pie.
cheese cob loaf?
Chips and gravy.
Oh,
Okay. Oh, he's put in a big contender there.
Yeah,
Actually, that is it's good, particularly on a winter cold
Yeah,
winter day.
that's a good one.
Chips and gravy
Good.
with some nice fresh white bread.
Oh, good to spread the COVID as well. If we're coming back to the
Yeah.
COVID though, and same with the cob loaf. To be fair, it is very, it's very, very sherry of the germsy. But you're right. But it turns out that's my jam. Turns out that I really like that stuff.
There's nothing wrong with cob loaf. I like cob loaf too.
Yeah.
Yeah, good
Nice.
call.
Well, if anybody's listening from my school, I mean, I've just laid it out really clear.
What sort of cheese
what it is
is
that
your
you need to do
preference?
to make my day.
What sort of cheese are you putting in your cob loaf, Shaz?
To be fair, I don't know that I've ever made a cob loaf, but I've got the woodies that come over. When every time they come over, I invite them over as often as possible because they say, "Oh, should we make a cob loaf?" And yes, absolutely, always. I don't know, like I think everything goes in there, whatever to then top it up at the top, and then it's just so good. Turns out I'm hungry.
Okay.
Oh, maybe it's the medication and the wine. I don't know.
Can't be that.
Anyway, I'm going to tell you. So today, so something that one of the staff members at my school and I did today, to make one of our students, new student to the school. She's had a very difficult life. She's come to our school. She's had a pretty good start, but it's been a bit difficult, the transition for her. She's come in and she's noticed that my master teacher and I, we look very similar. So she's wanted to know if we're sisters and then are we twins? And we've talked about that a bit. So today, Alice, she bought this dress. So she bought this dress from Aldi. I was obsessed with it. So I went to 17 different Aldis to find this dress so I could dress just like Alice. And I hit the jackpot a couple of weeks ago, but it's been too hot to wear this dress because it is hot. We hit 5 degrees today in Brisbane, so I was able to put the dress on. Called Alice, like, it's on. Today it's on, and we're going to see Riley in her classroom. So we had this dress, a white jacket, we had our hair straight. We walked in, absolutely rocked. Like, this girl thought it was hilarious that we were dressed the same, and got a message from her mum this afternoon to say, oh, Riley said that you and Miss Smith dressed the same today, and she thought it was so funny, and thank you so much for that. So it was a very little thing. Probably amused Alice and I more than anyone else, but made little Riley's day, and that we would go and purchase the same dress as well. It's a great dress though. It's a bit hot though.
It's warm.
I'm not going to lie.
Warm.
Yeah, it's not itchy though. It looks itchy, but it's not itchy.
It does look itchy.
Very good.
Oh, I'm glad to hear it's not. It's a great idea. Great thing to do.
Great
thing to do.
Good stuff.
Yep.
Fun.
Good stuff.
Well done.
Thank you very much. All right, we are going to go to a magical moment. Wes, those moments where you know that you've made a difference as a teacher. It's a hard slog often, but we know that we made a difference. Getting your magical moment ready, obviously. Oh, no. I said
Wrong.
get your magical moment ready. Just gave you an alarm. Ready to get your magical moment ready.
Yep. There we go.
Seamless. I know you're impressed, Wes. Don't act like you're not impressed with how seamless.
Yeah, well, this
All
new
right,
budget's going so well. Yes. It's probably related to what I was talking about earlier, actually, with the time of term that it is. And all my year 11 and 12s has handed in their assignments. I've marked them all, sent them off to the QCAA for sent the marks off, and I'll obviously send through the assessment soon and my marking of that. But it's probably with the seniors, it's not so much because I've usually taught juniors throughout my career. I've mostly had juniors 7s, 8s, and 9s because that's generally been where my strengths are. But having the seniors, you can quite easily see the growth because term 1, all these kids were new to the senior the concept or the essay writing and the exams and the rigor of these ATAR subjects, and it's quite a step up from grade 10 up to grade 11 in term 1. So particularly in legal studies that I've got, it's there's a lot of jargon that needs to be learned, and just the essay writing format. So term one, to be honest, the pass rate wasn't that great. And particularly my year 12s that I've got now, I had them at the start of last year in term one, and there's a few kids that genuinely struggled. But I made sure that I said, stick with it. Don't just chuck the toys out of the cot just because you failed the first term. This is for Whitey's favourite word. It's a journey.
Yes.
It's a journey.
You have been listening.
He has been listening. Well played, Wes. Well done.
It's a journey, and we go on that journey together. But I said, stick with it. Stick with it. You'll come good. And particularly the 12s that I've got now, and just seeing the improvement that the kids were getting, marks that they thought they wouldn't expect in term 1, grade 11. But just seeing the marks now moving from the marks I was getting before up to the Bs, B pluses, and even some kids are moving into the A's. And it's really good to see that growth. And just, I even gave out some marks today, and just the kids, looks on their faces, I get it now, I think.
Yeah.
I think I get it now. Well, it took a while. Sorry, it didn't take all that long, to be honest. Some kids, even my grade 11s, I had them term 1 this year, and just the improvement I was seeing from term 1 to term 2, and they're just stoked with the improvement they've seen in just probably a 4-month period. I really enjoy seeing that. I genuinely enjoy seeing that with the seniors, because they're smaller grades, so you can monitor them a lot more closely and the individual growth, because it's a smaller class. But I really have enjoyed particularly the last few months, seeing the results coming in and the genuine improvement in their writing, their knowledge. I've thoroughly enjoyed that.
Beautiful thing to watch, the resilience,
Yes.
and the challenge that students then embrace, and then absolutely seeing the looks on their little faces when they know, I did this, I had to work hard, and I got this, and
they did work hard. They did genuinely work hard, these kids, and that's really good to see. I really enjoy that. And
that's what teaching is all about, though, because possibly it's not the content that they learnt in that particular assessment that's going to set them up for life, but it's the diligence that they show to their work effort and the chipping away at it and the stepping it up and the working to timelines and then actually getting a result that is teaching them how they can do hard things. If they work hard, they can do hard things, even if they couldn't do it in the first occasion. So it's less about the content and it's more about, it is about the journey, Mr. White. It really is about the journey.
No, learning, but that's right. It's learning how to learn, and the value of effort. And how to make your effort count. They're the biggest things we teach. One of the biggest things we teach,
I love it. It's not always good, though. I'm not going to lie, because one of my teachers, as I was leaving today, we're changing our protocols around entry to the class. And so there's a little do now on the board as they first come in. That happens for the first 30 seconds. They've got their whiteboards there. It was explicit English. And it was, write 3 words that describe Mrs. Your principal, Miss Angel.
Yeah. Why would you do that? Why would you give them the chance?
Oh, the paperwork.
Do I need to refer back to this word search?
The paperwork for the 20 suspensions that I had to put in place. But I'm telling you what, I'm impressed with the spelling. The spelling has come a long way, because their descriptive language is really, really quite impressive.
Well, once again, it's not the material, is it? It's the creative thinking and the effort. So good on them.
That's great. I'm going to read you some of my favourite ones. The favourite ones of the kids who will be back tomorrow. So Miss Angel is fun, kind and cool. Miss Angel is kind, amazing, and heartwarming. Spelt correctly. Miss Angel is caring, lovely, and hardworking. Miss Angel is here every day.
Here every day. That's fantastic. That's spectacular. Top of the class.
This is my personal favourite. 3 words. Miss Angel is sweet and pulls off her outfits and cool. All right, I'm gonna.
That's a second.
And I think those three words are exceptional. I'm glad that those 3 words. This particular kid, we've walked a journey with this one. She is kind, caring, and forgiving. That was a good one. And it seems to be a little bit of a trend that we this child didn't want their face in the photo for good reasons, but she did say Miss Angel is kind, caring, and old. So it comes back to that original science video, that science little comment that they made when I was.
Sometimes you speak in comparatives, sometimes you speak in absolutes.
That's right. Yeah. I was like, why? Sometimes when you're a principal, you're so angry, and when you're a teacher, you're just a nice old lady.
That's fantastic. That's still.
Yeah, I'm still working through that comment with my psychologist.
Favorite line this season. It's classic.
It is a classic line. All right, we are going to play What The. And by what the, I mean say what, obviously. So
Say what?
Exactly. Yes. Say what. All right, Mr. Wes. All right, I'm going to ask you a question.
Oh, right. Good, yep.
Will is going to answer first. The answer is a number. It's a very exact number. And if you've been playing along at home, Mr. White is often out by thousands, and on occasions...
Hey, I've been pretty good at this, I think.
On occasions, he's been out by tens of thousands.
Oh, look, that IB, how many IB students? I screwed that up. There's no question. I was out by a factor of 10. I was.
10, that makes it sound much nicer. All right, but I reckon this is going to come down to... So I need to see both your hands up, because there is no Googling is going to happen here. So I need to see both of your hands in the camera. Wonderful. Thank you very much. All right. Mr. White goes first, and then you get to go second. And you're both going to give me a number. You don't just get to go higher or lower, Wes. You've got to give me a number because it's going to be close. Ooh. I would like to know. So tonight, all of us are all along the east coast of Australia, but we're quite a long distance apart. So we've got Mr. Wes Smith right up there in North Queensland in Bowen, and then I'm further down south, I'm in Brisbane, and Mr. White is down in Melbourne, also on the east coast. So I would like to know, Mr. White, the distance by road between Bowen and Brisbane.
Oh, come on. By road? Which road? Which road?
The quickest road.
Well, that does narrow it down somewhat.
Correct.
All right, so the quickest, as in the shortest distance.
The shortest distance
between Bowen
and Brisbane. Can I see everybody's hands, please? Everybody's hands. Mr. White, can I see your? Thank you, Mr. White. Thank you. I'll see your hands. So no.
Hey, Siri.
George, Bowen to Brisbane. Yeah. George, bro. I know that Wes's children have been kind of watching him a little bit throughout the evening.
One just poked their heads through, then I should shoo them off.
Yeah, wonderful.
Can I have some context exactly? Oh, that's not really going to help me. Is it closer than Melbourne to Brisbane? No? No help. Okay, fair enough. Your silence is deafening. Excellent. All right, I'm going to say, because Bowen's up there with the mangoes. Yeah?
It is.
All right. And it's a twin city with Arrow, isn't it? Bow and Arrow. No. Okay. Yes.
No, there's actually a hotel here called the Bow and Arrow. So there is a Bow and Arrow just out of town.
Clearly I'm stalling, but I have to heat my hands in the thing. All right. The shortest distance that you can drive from between Bowen to Brisbane is around 1,652 kilometres.
Excellent. All right. Mr. Smith, you recently travelled to Brisbane from Bowen?
I did.
Not by car.
Not by car.
No.
My guess would be, I've done the drive though. I should know exactly, but I'm going to say 1,250 kilometres.
1,250 kilometres. Well done. All right.
Well,
do your maths,
Shows. Here we go.
I can tell you that on this occasion I don't have to do my math because the distance is actually 1,158 kilometres. So Mr. Wesley Smith has got that one. So
Very good.
The next
Well
question,
done.
though.
Well done.
The next question to hear how well you're listening is, what's the distance between Bowen and Melbourne?
Okay.
Okay, show me your fingers, everybody. Show
Fingers
me
are
your
here
fingers.
if I'm
Show
going to
me
do
your
some
fingers.
maths.
Absolutely.
All right.
All right.
Should I go
Absolutely.
first then to make it fair?
Okay. Good
Bowen.
stuff. Good stuff.
If only I knew Sydney to
how
Melbourne.
far it was between Bowen and Melbourne.
If only I
You're
knew.
right. Yes.
I don't know Sydney to Melbourne, so that's a problem. Let's go with 2,100, about 900. Let's go 3,000 kilometres on the dot. 3,026 kilometres. There you go.
Ooh, like it's very specific. Well done. All right, Mr. White.
I will go 3,020 kilometres.
Well played, Mr. White. I see what you did there.
I think it's close. I think it's. I reckon.
Well, it's 3,025. Just kidding. It's not 3,000. 3,025. But it would have got. Served you right. It's actually 2,529.5 kilometres. So it's really, it's basically just a hop, skip, and a jump. We could all get in our cars now and head down to Mr. White. We're not going to, but we could if we wanted to. It would only be like 3 days' drive from where you are right now.
1,100 Brisbane to Bowen.
1,250.
1,150.
Sorry,
Were you listening to
1,150.
yourself?
Exactly.
Right
You did question whether anyone was listening.
Exactly 1,158. It is, yes. So it's a little bit further. It's like 1,400 or something between Brisbane and Melbourne.
There you go.
No, it's not.
It must be the inland route.
No, it's not.
How far is it from Brisbane to Melbourne?
It's more than that.
Is it?
I would have thought so.
I think you've got crow fly. I think you're as the crow flies.
Well, I mean, Google.
Sydney, I thought was about 950. Here we go.
Between Melbourne and Bowen is 2,046 kilometres. The road distance is 2,529.5 kilometres.
How are you getting there? You're not going through Brisbane.
How do I travel from Melbourne to Bowen without a car?
How do you go from...
Why would you?
Because people don't realise Brisbane is almost as far east of Melbourne as it is north. So you're actually cutting a long way across. Yeah, I know it's hard. I'll do that again.
Yeah, sorry.
Brisbane is almost as far east of Melbourne as it is north.
I didn't know that.
Really?
Yeah.
And I'm a geography teacher, but yes, that's...
So you're obviously going through Dubbo and you're cutting up on the... Oh, look, you came... Hang on, right. Why am I questioning the toss? I got it right. Come on, we go to best of three. Come on, here we go. 1-1.
All right, here we go. All right. Whitey, you get to go first.
Yep.
Spectacular.
So, you get 10 seconds to prepare, and then you're going to give your best combo of millennial slang and getting as many millennial slang words in as you possibly can.
Oh, that's
10 seconds.
What's it called?
Ding, ding. All right, Mr. White, you got 5 seconds.
All right.
Get as much in there as you possibly can. Tell me something. Get ready, go.
I was murking with the wiggity whack, and then the Riz got all full up in my grill.
Stop.
How did you come up with that? That was genius.
That hurt. That really hurt.
That was genius.
Where did up in my grill come from? What the...
I don't know. Who are you? Who are you?
I can't remember what I said. I think I just had a seizure.
You just got yourself 6 points. That's what you did.
6 points.
All right, Wesley. Get you 10 seconds. Let's go.
Oh my god! Hold up.
No double ups.
All right, let's go, Wesley. What do you got?
Oh, I'm going to pop my cross colours on and head into City Rolls for a $10 drink card.
It's not. I would argue that's unbelievable. If you said that, I would assume you're a council worker and you're about 55 years old.
You know what? You know what you've just done, Mr. Wesley? Wesley Smith, what you've got is you've got yourself an invite back again with that one.
Oh, good.
Right?
You beauty.
You've got
Excellent.
yourself seven points, and you've got yourself an invite back. I don't know. I stopped counting because I got confused.
That was very good. I don't even
know
what he said.
I don't know.
I'm assuming
either.
something about going somewhere for a drink, but
which is how I feel about the millennials right now. That's just my general demeanor. They're saying things I don't understand. My kid came in the other day and he goes, "Oh, that's crack." What?
Wait a minute, hold
good.
Up. What are you classing as a millennial?
Oh, let's not get. We're gonna get down. We're gonna bog down.
I thought I was a millennial.
Millennial?
Which millennium?
I'm a millennial.
Millennium.
I'm a millennial. Wait,
X or Y or something like that.
Gen Y is millennials. It's the same thing. Get your Google out again.
I'm not Googling nothing. We're done. But you know what, Mr. Wes Smith, we can come back to this because we're sticking a pin in that.
Fine.
And we're going to battle this one out next time.
Yeah, that's fine. No, I'm okay. I'm okay. I was talking about things that I was doing back in the late 90s. Going to city rolls with it for a drink card.
You appropriately confused me, so you did a good job. All right.
Well, anyway, that's a win.
It was on fleek.
Exactly. Yeah. Take the win, and we're going to see. Like our listeners, I know you were hoping he would come back. This man's coming back again in the future.
Yeah, very good.
Get the word searches ready.
Take care of each other. Take care of the people that you work with, and get through this our Southern Hemisphere friends.
Yes,
you've got this. Chip away the next couple of weeks. You're doing great work, and we will see everybody next week. See you later, Mr. Smith. See you, Mr. White.
Thanks for having me.
See you, Mrs. Angel.
Bye.
See you, Mr. Smith.
Bye-bye.